Hold on. Not sure this is... No. Cancel. Check in. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, fellow YouTubers. As if this thing can get started. Hello, fellow YouTubers. C Cash is 75 here. Doing another live here, folks. Oh, yes. Another YouTube live. So, a few things I want to talk about here is, you may notice the title of this video called Hearing Both Sides of the Story, It Wouldn't Be Fair. Or, well, as I sum it up, pretty much mentions that you assume that a person is a bad person if you hear somebody else say it. And off. Alright, so fellow YouTubers, CC Cash is 75 again. Here, you may notice the subject of this video talk about you got to hear more than one side of the story, and don't just believe a person based on one side of the story. Now I know some of you may think that it depends on the situation, and really, for the situations I've been through and other people I know so far, it's pretty much not fair to assume without hearing the other side of the story. Now, unless you're a psychiatrist or you're a person that has good instincts, it is just, you can't assume that the person is bad just because somebody else tells you to. And it's up to you to figure it out for yourself to see if they're a good person or not. And honestly, the person is the best person in the world, and somebody tells you that they're a monster, and you don't know them too well yet, then you have to get to know the person first before you assume that. And if you know the person is a good person, don't listen to those people. They just want to drag you down, bring you down. And for the people who don't want to drag you down or bring you down, and they see something you don't, it's better for a person to learn themselves versus them pretty much for them. Sorry, I got distracted with a little bit Pac-Man. But in actuality, though, seriously, for example, I'll just tell you an example of what I'm trying to say. For example, if somebody tells you that your best friend is fake, and you know that person for years or several months, and you know for a fact that they're not fake, but somebody else tells you to, but if you go for the person that says that, then you're actually kind of being a hypocrite, being fake about it. And I say that's messed up that you have to take that route just so you can see. But if it turns out that your friend isn't like that, and then it turns out that you overreacted, then you're pretty much wrong, and you're pretty much messed up, and you mess up the people, and you mess up the person, you mess up the person's self-esteem, and so on. But basically, it's what I'm trying to say here. Now, what I'm also trying to say is pretty much, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you don't hear both sides of the story. And possibly you got to hear a third side of the story. Who knows? And also, it's probably the way you do it as well. Because you only talk about it on the phone and not in person and not face-to-face with two people across the table. If you ever watch Wife Swap, then you definitely know what I'm talking about by that reference. But for those of you who don't watch Wife Swap, well, I watched it when I was little and a teenager, it's better to sit across the table or sit around them and talk to them one-on-one and come to an agreement in a negotiation. And if you don't do that, but rather you talk to the person on the phone or on text messenger, then you're pretty much the worst person ever, pretty much. But that's all I have to really say about it. But I still think that you should give the person a chance before you judge them. And if it turns out that the person is a bad person, then the person might be right. But unless you know for yourself, just don't listen to somebody that tells you to do it. Because who knows? They could be the best person in the whole world. Then they're just going through a hard time. They may help you back later on. And they love to be your friend. But you just won't give them a chance. And if you did give them a chance and they screw up, then that's a different story. Versus you not giving the person a chance at all, and then you just lead them on and you let them go. That's exactly what happened to me a couple of months ago. If you go back to one of my videos, I'll actually leave it in the link here at the end of this video. Pretty much mentions how fake friends are fake, and friends are leading you on, and so on. Now, if they gave you a chance, now what I have to reference from that video, and what I have to say about it now, is pretty much friends lead you on, but somebody put them up to it, then they're just as bad as the person who set them up for that. Set them up for failure. Set them up to make the person look like garbage. And it's spreading rumors, and it's ridiculous, and it's garbage, and it's all kinds of those things. And it's not even, and I'm trying to do figure of speech here, it's not even worth recycling either. It cannot be recycled. It's just trash. It's just garbage. Perfect analogy, because I believe in recycling. Reduce, reuse, recycle. For some things. Some things can be recycled if you clean it out good. Some things can be recycled for other things, although it can lead to more waste later on. But that's not the whole point I'm trying to make right now. The whole point is that it's not fair if you don't give the person the chance and then somebody else tells you something bad about him, then you should wonder, well, why would he tell me bad stuff about that person? And if the answer is if he's trying to warn you, then, and if he's trying to warn you of what, then you gotta talk to that person face to face, like the person that told you, and confirm it to see if it's true or not, instead of just believing right off the bat off the other person. Now, if it is true, if you're a perfect psychologist or perfect instincts, then you definitely can make the decision on yourself. And that's the whole lesson here, is don't focus on what other people think, but rather just focus on your experience and nobody else's experience in that area typically. And so anyways, I would also like to add that hearing both sides of the story would be beneficial, can also hurt. Now I know I'm also going for the opposing side too, because I've also experienced this opposing side in the person. And personally speaking, if both people are lying, well, what if only one person's lying, the other one is? It's quite obvious, right? And then they'll probably explain to you why they lied. And that will lose your trust. But what if they both lie? What if both parties lie? Think about it like this. What if both parties lie? And honestly, if both parties lie, and you found out they're both lying, then you got to find a way to get a third point of view of it. Now, if there's no third point of view of it, then it would not be fair to favor one person's opinion over the other one, especially since it's exaggerating or lying pretty much. And so pretty much for every situation, there's always a second, well, not for every situation, but a situation that involves two people. Give me a minute. My video's starting to act up a little bit on live here. Or just turn down a volume. Boy, some of these ads get on my nerves, so yeah. But anyways, proceeding to what I'm saying is you're kind of fake if you don't really, you're fake if you only hear one side of the story, not the other. Now, for some situations, I know the opposing side. Some people will say, well, it's better for the person to hear one side because the other person may have issues. And by issues, that's discrimination, which makes it twice as bad as the person that's trying to help a person, which is pretty ridiculous. But anyways, But anyways, all I have to say now is the fact that you gotta figure out who's real and who's fake for yourself instead of depending on other people. And if the other people is right, so what? But you don't know everything about the person. And if they're wrong, then just tell them, hey, I'm sorry for being wrong. It's really just that simple. It's really that simple. Because people don't really quite understand what to say. So, yeah. Give a person a chance, and then if they blew the chance, then they blew it. And if they didn't blow it, then why are you tripping? Why are you tripping right now? You're tripping on a person. But it could be a number of factors, but I can't really get all into it right now because brain hurts a little bit from it. But you gotta make sure you're real yourself. And if you're not real, then just admit you're wrong. Just admit you're wrong, or at least apologize later. But that should give no excuse to assume something about somebody without getting both sides of the story. So yeah, getting both sides of the story is good. But another thing is you also have to realize that two people can lie too. But you can't just assume something without listening to both sides of the story. So if you only hear one side and you cut the person off because you only hear one side of the story, not hearing the other, then that is pretty insane and pretty stupid, honestly, in my opinion. That's an idiot move. That's an idiotic move, pretty much. And so that's what my topic of this video is about. And ironically, it's also a part of the fake friends part. Oh yes, fake people. You better watch out for them. And honestly, if you don't watch out for fake people, you might be screwed as well. But just because somebody else can pick up fake people doesn't mean the other person can pick it up too. And what if the person is only fake to a certain amount of people, but they're not to the others? What can you actually prove there? What can you actually prove there to prove them right or to prove them wrong, per se? But regardless to the situation, it is pretty messed up that you just decide not to be a person's friend nor help the person just because you find out some lies and rumors without even talking to the person about it to see if it's to double check to make sure it's true or not. If it's not true, then it's not true. And if it is true, then it's really up to you at that point if you want to or not. If you want to be cool in general or not. But yeah, that's how it goes pretty much. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And the reason why I'm having a topic about this, because I've been in that similar situation. So, yep, been in a similar situation myself. So, yep. But anyways, I also want to do another part of this video about fake people. Yay, fake people. If fake people want to be fake, let them be. If you caught them right-handed to be fake, then just let them be fake. And if they want to change to be better and they don't want to be fake anymore, just make sure you look at your history of the same person you used to be cool with, and then you stop, and then just consider that as a factor of the situation, of the current situation. So yeah, I hope this YouTube been recording it, because when I turn my sound off on my phone, it sometimes act like this. So this will just be yep, that's the title of this video. So if you like this video, or if you want to hear any more sides to this, or if you have a comment or a question you have in the bottom of the comment board, and yes, I'm keeping all my friends anonymous, so I'm keeping anonymous, so yeah. But anyways, another part of the video I want to focus on is playing this brick game here, and my reactions to this brick game. And so I was playing Pac-Man a minute ago, and now I'm playing this brick game. Brick Breaker is what it's called. And I'm sure you guys may wonder, did I play this before? So, yeah. So, pretty much, what you do here in this brick game is you pretty much shoot the balls here, and then the balls will get through here. Well, what your real objective is to destroy all the bricks before it gets all the way to the bottom, to where you are. And if you don't get it all, then you will lose the level and you'll be screwed. And unless you want to watch an ad video, unless you want to watch an ad to try again, it won't let you have one retry. And it's important to get the 1+ ball so you can have extra balls to shoot. So that way you can actually keep up. And my tip is go for the lower ones that matches up to your amount of balls you have. And go to corners so that way you can count it down from the high numbers to the lower numbers. And the numbers represent how many times you have to hit it before it breaks. So, yeah, this is not looking too good right now for me. It is not looking too good. I would be screwed, and I am screwed. Receive for free ad, but I'd rather not do an ad, because I'd rather for my videos to have ads in the very beginning and at the very end. So, yeah. Alright, let's retry this level, and ads still play. This is pretty much crazy. Crazy right now. Yep. Fun ad, but I don't have time for ads right now. And it still wants me to play this ad, so. Yep. Still wants me to play this ad here, so. Yeah. Alright. Oh, yep. I'm gonna take me a seat for a minute here. Oh boy, sounds like a tire being popped out there. Yep. Alright. So, yeah. Alright. So anyways, I am breaking these blocks to the depths of the blocks itself. But unfortunately, the blocks don't want to break, but I should really mainly focus on the bigger ones because I have more balls now. And the more balls you have, the better chances you'll be able to break those blocks. And oh boy, this is super difficult as heck. Super difficult right now. Oh man, those 38 is adding up quick. You gotta get rid of the bottoms and then get to the top. But at the same time, you gotta keep up the good rhythm. Oh no, the exclamation points. Oh dear, I don't like that at all. Yes, I broke those blocks. Oh no, I won't be safe for long. Oh dear. Come on. Oh no, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm so screwed at this moment in this game. No. Yep, that's just the reality of it here, folks. Unless it somehow gets to the bottom and breaks the 18 block. Somehow. Oh no, it didn't even touch it either. Oh dear. This is just crazy. But anyways, I will let you guys go now. Click like and subscribe if you like my videos, or if you hate it, still subscribe. But even if you don't even like me at all, just subscribe and click like. So I will see you later. Dang it, come on, bro.